сложно на русский переключиться теперь. Ну что, всем привет! Сегодня у меня в гостях Джастин и Яна. И сегодня мы будем разговаривать об английском языке, сравнивать его с русским. Вообще, как бы такой маленький секрет. Джастин американец, он вообще не говорит на русском, знает на русском языке только 10 слов, мы их специально посчитали, сегодня посчитали, поэтому будем узнавать, чем отличается русский от английского и спрашивать разные каверзные вопросики. What are you doing in Belarus? Why you is here?
I came
How
to.
did you get to know about Belarus and why did you decide to go to Belarus?
I've always wanted to travel to Europe, and at the first of this year, I was searching for somewhere to go, saw Belarus, Minsk, and then I found Yana, started communicating with Yana, and just got familiar with her, and then over the months just decided, let's go to Belarus.
So Belarus is the first country which you visit?
No, I've been to
In
Canada,
Europe,
in Europe,
Europe,
yes. I've been to Canada, Mexico, Caribbean, the Bahamas, and yeah, Mexico many times.
Tell us about your country, where you're living, and maybe покажи нам несколько фото.
Show us some photos maybe.
I live in Idaho, this state, in the southern part of the state. Small town, small village called Montpelier, Idaho. It's near a big lake called Bear Lake.
So the next question is, как много знакомых твоих учат русский или знают русский?
How many your friends do know Russian or study Russian?
None. Zero. I've started to try to learn Russian, but
Why?
Why is Russian unpopular?
yeah,
It's so hard.
none of my
Yeah.
friends or relatives learn Russian. I don't know anybody who knows Russian. It's unfortunate because I love Russian, but no.
Какие иностранные языки у вас учат в школе?
What foreign languages do pupils usually study at school?
Spanish is most people. Spanish, but the Mexican version, Mexican Spanish, and a little French. Definitely, mostly Spanish.
You speak in Spanish?
No, I don't.
I
Only-
want to study Spanish on my third course of university at university.
Pico.
Какой иностранный язык ты учил в школе?
What foreign languages did you study at school?
None. I was supposed to learn Spanish, but I'm lazy.
Окей, знаешь ли ты русские буквы?
Do you know Russian letters?
Most. I have this app. Чай, ликер, коктейль, джин, отлично, спасибо.
Ты уже изучаешь русский. Как ты думаешь, что сложнее, русский или английский?
How do you think what languages is more difficult? I know
Russian
your answer,
or-
I think.
Russian
like,
or-
Russian or English.
I'm not sure because I haven't learned Russian yet, but I would say most Americans would say English because you're English. Of course, you say English is easier, but from what I've heard from other Russian-speaking and even other people, European and Asian, from what I've heard, they say English is one of the hardest, one of the most difficult to learn. So, yeah. So, but I've also heard the same about Russian.
I think Russian is
So-
much more difficult than English because in Russian we have a lot of
Rules and we have a lot of исключения.
исключения.
I don't know.
Exceptions maybe in
Exceptions,
rules.
Yeah.
Где ты учился после школы?
Where did you study after school, or you went to work after school?
Straight to work. I went an internship. I was learning about this while doing school. I was learning to do this plastic injection mold making. So we form steel into parts, and they make medical parts, like for a lab or something, instead of going to university or college.
I think in Belarus we have the same thing. It's стажеры.
Yeah, but I think they study.
Yeah,
anyway
maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah, we haven't.
at university or at some college.
Yeah.
But I'm not a typical American. When I grew up in a very religious family, and they didn't like me to associate with many people. They didn't want me to go to university or anything, and I didn't have the choice until I was older. So, but that we don't need to get into that.
Okay.
Just so that you know, it's not a typical education that I have.
Can you tell about system education in USA? Maybe.
Yeah, a typical education, not mine, but a typical.
Yeah, maybe about typical and about your education.
So typically, maybe a child at 3 or 4 years old will go to preschool. It's maybe kindergarten.
Okay.
From 3 or 4 to maybe 6, and then they will start the regular school, and then middle school, and then from there it's high school. From there it's some go straight into work. It depends on how much you can afford and how smart you are. maybe similar, but you do most have to pay to go to the universities. But we call it all college. At least most people call it all college, not like universities and then college. I would say what you call a college would be a community college in America. Mm-hmm. So it's like a smaller, not as prestigious as most colleges. They still do call, like maybe Princeton University, it's still called a university, but most people, when you say, did you go to college, it can mean anything from a small community college to Princeton or Yale.
What about your education?
Just typical religious education.
No, I didn't go to school. I went to school for 3 years when I was young, and then my parents took me out of school because of religious reasons, which we don't need to get into. And I studied at home. My mother taught me up until I was
we have such thing that some
homeschooled.
people can can be studied at school by their mothers or
here.
Yes, but it's very strange where I'm from. Not many people do it.
Какие странные привычки ты заметил у русских, которых нет у американцев?
What strange addictions have you noticed in Belarus, which Russian Belarusians have? Like there are not such things in America, and it's strange for you here.
The only thing I've noticed more here than in America is smoking. Much more here, smoking cigarettes than in America.
It's very cheap compared to America.
Yeah, it's maybe $6 for the same amount as $1 here or something.
It's much.
They don't like people to smoke there, so they make the price much higher so that people won't smoke. Other than that, well, in America, something I haven't seen nearly as much is people being addicted to food, like fast food. much thinner people here than in America. Yeah, да.
So, thanks for coming.
Mm-hmm. My pleasure. Thank you for having
Give
me.
me 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you. Thank you.